So I just want to take you back right to the beginning, or about an hour. No, okay, well, it's quite daunting after all the awesome stories. You can see we came prepared. We tried to arrive at the most screens, the biggest screen and the most photographs, because we knew we could not necessarily match all of you with what you've done in the year. I'm just going to spend a minute or so telling you about my personal experience in this journey. I'm not going to try and cover the jobs that we've done. We're going to show a little clip, and then Sabelo will tell you some of his experiences. But from my side, I wanted to touch just on a few things. First thing, what we've heard everybody else say in the room, and we've had the same experience, is that it does take time. So that was a big learning. And if you look at the photographs of the projects that we've done so far, these are just the start, that we have just actually started. First year was about getting to know each other, a big learning for me to just understand what's going on at the school. The other thing that I wanted to highlight is that Partners for Possibility in principle is partners. And although I arrived in this environment out of an absolute commitment or just feeling compelled to do something about education, in hindsight now a year later, I'm the one that's probably learned the most. So my learnings, and that's just what I want to touch on for a second, my learnings have been profound in a few ways. The first thing that I learned, and that's part of the whole Partners for Possibility process, is I've been taught now for the first time to try and lead by influence rather than mandate or power. In the business that we're in, we've got titles, we've got job descriptions. I can make a few calls on a few things, and it happens that way. When I arrive at Dunoon Superkarma environment, nobody listens to me for the same reason. So that's been a huge learning curve, and I think it's a very useful thing to learn in life. I want to elaborate more on it. A second big learning in the last 12 months for me has been the value of the passion that we bring into our businesses. So in the same period that I've been involved in education, Paul, my founding partner over there, has been involved in farming around our factory. And if you look at the little videos a little later, what we've learned in the last 18 months is how much our business has been transformed. Andre and Charlene that are here are very deeply involved in both of the projects, and how our customers are responding to that, how our employees are responding to that, how our suppliers are responding to it. So in a certain way, I've thought I'm coming here to try and do things for Superkarma. In the meantime, Superkarma is doing things for Rogues. So that's been a second very big learning for me. A third profound learning is, although I always thought I was a strength-based thinker, I still arrived in the Dunoon environment looking at the problems and thinking how we're going to fix the problems. Only after the community building workshop did the penny drop for me to start looking at the possibilities in that community rather than the problems. And that's also been transforming in the whole way that we've approached things. So those have been three of my learnings. I could carry on all night, but I've been well briefed not to. Probably another benefit I got out of it is every time I drive in or out of the Dunoon nowadays, I get a grin on my face, because certainly I feel a lot less like a tourist in my own country than I did a year ago. I just enjoy it now, being at a braai, listening to all the wise guys about what should happen in the country, and just having a little smirk on my face, waiting for an invite to be drawn into that conversation. So those are my learnings. A couple of thank yous that I can't let this opportunity pass by. A thank you for Partners for Possibility. Louise van Rijn's not here. Meredy. I'm also permanently guilty, bad school, but I'm always behind. My plan is coming soon. Veronica, that's been here with us from the start. Lots of other people. Claudia, Melissa, that's here. There's lots of support from Partners for Possibility and Symphonia. And we could not do this little journey. What we're doing is we've been guided on this journey. So huge thanks there. Certainly also thanks to the partners that are here tonight. I've often said at the COLP meetings, you guys have been my inspiration and my encouragement through this journey. I've learned so much from what's happening at the other schools. I've got to single out Louise Handy, that's done our workshop for team building and our strategic planning session. You've been a huge help on our journey, but every one of the partners here have been, the principals and partners have been a big part of it. Then I also got to say thanks to Paul, Rogs, Andre, Charlene, and a lot of other people. I could not do what I'm doing at Superkarma if it wasn't for the fact that our whole team is behind it. And then also Lee, that's okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sabelo, the principal of Sopakama Primary School in Janun. The school has got roughly 1,500 learners from grade R to grade 7. We are a community school. The challenge we have there is that the school is not temporary structure. Our school is under construction as from April this year. The school was supposed to be finished in April this year, but the school was started this year because of problems of a contractor last year. I don't want to get into that. It's going to waste a lot of time. Ever since we got into the partnership, I must say we've benefited a lot. Since we're in a temporary structure, as I said, we had one computer there that was working for us. But through the partnership, they helped us with connectivity, and now we're able to access computer in 3 computers. And then donated a vegetable garden. We had a small garden. Initially, we wanted just to have a small garden because we felt we would only be there for a year. But they felt, no, we need to extend it because Paul is so passionate about the garden. So, and Andrew, they donated the soil because we were in a concrete ground and the compost. And then we managed to extend the garden and had nice vegetables. As the video said, that the vegetables is used to supplement our kitchen vegetable food, and we'll sell that vegetable to the community. The choir was given a melodica and a keyboard. We also had a team building session at Rocks. On that day, I couldn't believe the smiles that we saw. Rocks has got around about 180 employees, but the smile that we saw on that day, we just couldn't believe. I was so jealous. I told him, I wish I would have those smiles in my school. I'm only managing 36 teachers, but I can see the smiles now. At the beginning, I was very jealous of him, but now I can see the smiles. We had strategic planning and team building at Rocks. Louise did the session. Initially, she said it's going to charge us, but at the end, when she saw where we are, she said it's for free. So Irene has already thanked her, so I don't have to thank her for that. In that strategic session, we identified around about 15 projects. And then from those projects, we identified 4 projects. It was not easy to get into that 4. We would have loved to have more, but we prioritized 4 projects. Those projects are reading project, learning support project, English as a language of learning in foundation phase, art and drama. We have not yet started. The only thing that we have done so far is to group ourselves into those projects. So we are going to meet every month as a project committee, and then we're going to identify the needs of that project. And then from there, the partner is busy fundraising for us in order to make those projects a reality. I want to say the time has been short. I also want to confirm that time has been short. We'll have achieved more if we have time. But what I'm happy is the fact that Irene has committed to continue with us. So we still have to see more things to happen in Sopakama. So from my side, I must thank you for committing yourself again. The project is meant for a year, but you are continuing with the project. We've seen a lot of things. We still have to see a lot of things. Thank you so much.
I know my time's up, but I did slip up on 2 thank yous. And the one on the support side is I have to thank Arthur and Elkanah for the support they've been throughout this process. They volunteered as a catalyst school. They've played a huge role in getting us going. And already I know later this month, Elkanah is inviting some of Sopakama children across for part of the drama project. So for the future ahead and for the year that's been, Arthur, thanks to you and for Elkanah. And then also, most important of all, to Sabelo and the other teachers here from Sopakama, but also all the other teachers in the room, including my wife, Huge thanks to all of you and greatest respect to all of you. Cheers.